What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the NECA Ultimate Collector's Robocop. And so here we have the NECA Ultimate Robocop posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Robocop does come with two different head sculpts. We do get the helmeted head, which looks really nice. Then we get an unmasked Alec Murphy head, which looks very good. I love the detailing on it. He also does come with an alternate right hand with the data spike, which looks really nice. He of course comes with his signature Auto 9, which does fit in his right hand wonderfully, and that does come with a muzzle flare. His final accessory is the Cobra Assault Cannon, which looks really nice. All these accessories look really good with Robocop. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at Robocop. And so here we have a closer look at Robocop, and NECA has done a fantastic job with this figure. Now, this is using a very old figure mold. I believe NECA did release this particular version of Robocop. I want to say in 2010. It might have been earlier, might have been a little bit later. I just never picked up that figure, unfortunately. I was really broke when they released it, but here we do have this Ultimate Robocop in hand, and oh boy, do I absolutely love this figure. They did a really good job on it. You can actually see right here in his helmet, it does say OCP Police 001, and it says that same thing right here on this side, and that looks really nice. One thing I gotta give NECA credit on is the paint job. It is fantastic. There's purples, there's blues, there's silvers. It's exactly the way you would see it in the movie, and it just catches the light wonderfully. Just absolutely glorious paintwork by NECA. Then we do have the Peter Weller face underneath the helmet, which it's easy to sculpt the mouth part of Robocop because, you know, you don't have to make it look like Peter Weller. But then we have this head, which looks really good. I absolutely like his unhelmeted head, and they did a really good job capturing the look of Peter Weller from Robocop, and it does look the way you would expect it. It's very well detailed. I'm honestly contemplating picking up a second one just so I can display them with both heads. It looks really good. But anyway, moving on to the rest of the figure, it looks really nice. The helmet sits on perfectly, and it's a really good look. Having a look at the torso, we do have his really broad chest right here with the vents there. And again, the paint job is phenomenal. I do like the fact that this is the first Robocop movie where he had a more silver color scheme. Yes, he still had the blue and the purples, and it wasn't quite as saturated as it would be in Robocop 2. But I do like it. Now, they did overspray some purple in certain areas, and it is quite noticeable, especially here on the back vents, here on the back of his arm. It's mostly accurate for the most part, but yeah, there is some overspray where they overcompensated the purple spray, and you can see there's spots right there. They just mixed it a little bit better. It wouldn't be as noticeable, but it is really nice. We have his really broad shoulders right here with his arm, and as you would expect, the design of Robocop does not offer much articulation, and even though I would like a super articulated Robocop, this one does a job just as nicely, just because it does capture most of the movements that we saw in the movie, and I do like that. Here then we do have his quote-unquote glove right here, which looks really nice. You can see just the way it looks. It looks like a robotic hand, and it looks very good. We have the brass, well, not brass knucks, but his knuckles right here, which look good. On the right hand we have the trigger hand, and that is for the Cobra Assault Cannon and his Auto 9. Then we have a look at his abdomen part, which is a little bit off-centered on mine. I was playing around with the figure before I was reviewing it, but yeah, you just have to line it up, and it does look really nice. I do like the way his thigh guards do come up, and as you would expect, it does limit articulation here on Robocop. Everything on this figure expected to be limited just like it was in the movie, which is one thing I really got to commend NECA for. They did a really good job making him feel like he jumped out of the movie. And then even on his left thigh we have the OCP Police 001, and then on this leg we do have the spring-loaded feature where you just press down on this and it does open up, and it does house the Auto 9, which I think that's a really good detail, that this opens up and you can actually pull out the Auto 9. Now you do have to kind of wiggle it back in, because once you pop it, it wants to like fall out, and I'm pretty sure there's a better way to secure that. And to get it back the way it was, you just push down on the front plate and it pretty much seals itself. It's not as seamless as I would like it to be. You can see this panel does want to pop off, and I'm pretty sure I can just push that in. But yeah, it is something to note that the paneling isn't flush. If it was flush, you wouldn't see the line work right here, but unfortunately it is the way it's designed. It has to have that, otherwise it wouldn't pop open as easy as it does. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but it still looks really nice, even though there is a slight gap right there, which I'm pretty sure I can fix off camera. Going down to his shins, where we do have more of these robotic armor plating. And again, they did a very good job on the paint work. The paint is phenomenal here on Robocop. I especially love these working, functioning pistons. That's something that they didn't have to do, but these pistons actually do work and function as you move his leg. That's a really nice feature there. Overall, Robocop here has some pretty good articulation and a very nice attention to detail, so I do like it. Did I say nice articulation? I meant very good detail, and the attention to it is very well done. I absolutely love the way it came out. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Robocop compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Robocop posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. And so here we have Robocop posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And for one final comparison, here we do have Robocop posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the details out of the way, let's actually have a look at Robocop's articulation. Now, Robocop does have a ball joint at the base of the neck, which does let him tilt side to side. Can't really look back, can look down quite a bit, and I'm kind of glad that he doesn't look up all too well. He can turn his head side to side, and it's very robotic looking. I do like the way it looks. So as far as his arms go, they don't really swing out. That's about as far as you can get them to go, and they do go all the way around. And because of the way he is designed, we don't get any bicep swivel here on Robocop, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time it is accurate to the movie. He does have a single bend at the elbow, which again, it is quite limited, but it's just the way the costume was, and I do like that NECA stayed true to it. He does have rotation here at the upper part of the forearm, which does work no problem. No hinge in the wrist, unfortunately, but he does have a ball joint here in the torso, which doesn't really move forward and back. Well, it moves forward and back. It doesn't do much side to side, and it does rotate, although most of the time you're going to be rotating here at the waist, so that does work really nicely. Legs do kick out to about right there, but because of the design, they will go off at an angle. And as far as going out, that's as far as they go. They don't go any further than that. We do have a slight thigh swivel, but like I said, it is very slight, almost non-existent. He does have a really nice knee hinge, which does work really well. It goes all the way to 90, which is surprising on Robocop. You'd expect it to do very little. And then we do have a hinge in the ankle, which does go back to about right there, and then does go forward to about right there. So it does move really nicely. No forward facing pin for rocker ankle, unfortunately. So as you would expect, staying true to source material, Robocop is a little bit limited in articulation, but I'm willing to overlook it because it's Robocop. It's the way the costume was designed. It's how he moves, so it's one of those things that I can forgive just based on the character. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the NECA Ultimate Robocop pose for my final thoughts, and overall, NECA has done a beautiful job capturing the look and feel of Robocop. I absolutely love the overall design of this figure. Now, Me being a stiffler for articulation, this figure kind of is lacking in a lot of articulation points, but I think part of me is saying this is a good figure because of the attention to detail and how it moves just like the movie. Now, as far as is this a good figure, it's really up to your interpretation, because for me, this is a really well done figure by NECA. I absolutely love the detailing. The paintwork is phenomenal, and I'm really glad we do have that unhelmeted Alec Murphy head. It looks so nice on this figure. It's really hard to say that this is not a must-have figure. But I can honestly see why some people would pass on this figure, seeing as how he's not the most articulated figure, but it's still a really good looking figure, and NECA has absolutely done a great job here. Now, does this figure warrant a pickup? Well, in my honest opinion, being a fan of Robocop and it being one of my favorite all-time movies, I really do recommend picking up Robocop here. He is a very imposing figure and he looks good. I think the attention to detail is well worth the pickup, but if you're one for more articulation, I can understand why you would want to pass on this figure. He's not going to be doing as much as you would expect, but he does exactly what you need him to do, which I think that's where this figure shines. Overall, Robocop here is an impressive work of art, and NECA has done a good job capturing the look and feel of it. If you are looking for Robocop, he is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video, and he is hitting Target first, so he is a limited exclusive. He will be released later on at other retails, but for now, Target is going to be getting him first, so if you are looking for a Robocop here, you're going to have to check him out at Target. And he will run you about $32, which is about what I paid for mine, which is a fair pricing. Is how he doesn't really come with the most amount of accessories, but he comes with exactly what you need him to come with, and I think that's why I really do like this figure. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other NECA videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.